Okay, is this May?
Mhm.
I'm gonna, it's 4:00, and I'll call the Streets and Sanitation meeting to order. The first item on the agenda is, oh, this is safety.
Oh, yeah, I'm safety next.
Do you want to tell us about what's on this agenda?
I would love nothing more.
I didn't bring a tablet, so I
Are
apologize
we
for
doing
that.
safety first?
No.
No, I just have mine ready.
Yeah.
Streets.
Yeah,
Streets.
streets and sanitation. So, yeah, you're good.
Yeah, but I don't have my tablet
Oh,
with
really?
me, so Lyndon's going to tell us about
Yeah,
it.
we'll run through all this. So the first thing is an emergency purchase of a new traffic cabinet located in front of Pacesetter's intersection up there. We had a citizen hit that and wreck, and as you can see, it is completely leaning over. It's functioning right now, but we have conduit underground that's exposed, and a good rain or something like that could actually harm the intersection and the components in the box. So what we need to do, excuse me, what we need to do is get in there and get it fixed. Currently, Davis H. Elliott, that's doing our traffic signals around town, is putting together an estimate for this project, and they can knock it out while they're in town already. So I just want to make you guys aware of this. It's coming, the estimate's coming, and I found out something new about this, is that traffic signals and the cabinets are actually covered under our insurance. So
That's wonderful.
luckily for us, that this will be covered, and it won't be a major expense or anything like that for us. We are expecting it, talking to the estimators, it's going to be over $10,000 to replace it, but like I said, insurance will cover that. But just wanted to make everybody aware of that it's coming and we need to get it done. So I wanted to show you guys a picture and see that it is, in fact, in bad shape out there.
It is.
Are those lights there, are they just on timers?
It has radar, but every time I go through there, I feel like it's on timers. I don't feel like the radar is working.
Because I keep seeing the one turning right, if you turn right onto
Yep, and nobody.
Omni Drive, whatever that one is, the new
Magnus.
one, Magnus.
Yep,
Nobody comes through there and it cycles through it every single time. So
I feel like it is on a timer, because I just came through it last night.
like
and I feel-
default.
The same thing.
Yeah.
Maybe it's shifted to a timer since it's got hit.
It's supposed to be on a,
It's supposed to be a radar
Okay,
detected
okay.
and be able to detect cars, but
Good.
it doesn't feel like it is.
Okay.
I agree with you.
So, it got hit by a vehicle, correct?
Yes.
Would their insurance not have to
Uh,
cover any of it if
I-
they have insurance?
I don't know
Okay.
about that.
PEP will subrogate.
Excuse me?
PEP, that's our insurance.
Yeah,
They will pay,
Okay.
I'll pay to have it fixed, and then it'll be up to them to subrogate.
okay. All right, that's what I was thinking, because that wasn't ours. Okay.
Yep, no problem.
I'll make a motion to approve that and send it to the full board.
I should have an estimate for the full board next week.
Okay, so
You'll be able to see it.
I have a first, I have a motion.
second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any further discussion? Motion carries.
All right, next two things are just informational.
Oh, good.
You guys ask questions, stuff like that, no voting. So first thing I wanted to bring up is the PCI report that we did in the study of the city's roads and what condition they're in and things like that. So on this, I've actually created a map here that shows all the PCI scores. As you can probably guess, blue is good, red, not so much. So we can zoom in here and
It's
Depot.
paving.
This is paving, yes, sir. So you can zoom in here on Depot Street and see that it had a score of 30. You can look at Bridge Street. This section had a score of 15. So it really shows us kind of an outline of our street condition, and just gives you a really good idea of where our streets are at. Scroll down. Our average is a 69. The industry standard for a PCI score for a city is a 70. So we're right there at the industry standard. We're really, really close on that. If you look at our chart here and our road miles and our value range, most of our roads are above a 56, which is good. But we do have some that are below the 55 mark. Roughly 21, 22 miles of road are actually below a 55 yeah, 55, yeah. So our goal is to target these low ones and bring them up to high. So our first ones are 40 and below that we want to target and get them to a 100. Once you repave them, they go from whatever score they are to a 100 score. And they typically last 20 years once you do that.
How many miles are there altogether?
100. 100 miles, an extra 11 miles if you count state roads. So it's about 100 miles in the city limits. So if we looked at paved roads and what we budgeted like this past year for like $450,000, you're looking at 1 mile paved and 10 miles striped every year is what you'd be looking at. So what we currently budgeted this past year, you're going to get about 1 mile and then 10 miles striped. And that's how far that money can go for that. And if you wanted to see an outline of what roads we would be paving every year, this is our outline, this is our timeline, this is what we saw from our PCI study and our report, showing which streets need what. And to stay in that kind of range, you might see like Locust Street here with PCI score of 40. You might see them there because it's a small section of road that gets paved rather than a full road. So we put that in there to help bring that score up instead of a whole road. Like Tanner Street's an entire road, Potter Lane, Creek Lane is a huge road that's got a PCI score of 25. It's the entire street. So if you're looking at the same budget we've had, this is kind of our pathway, our road, pun intended, to getting them paved.
What are the emphasize, or the dark letters?
So the dark ones is an entire street. The italicized ones are just a partial of the street.
Okay.
So like we got Bridge Street here at a 16, we'll do that partial point of the street, and then we will finish doing Bridge Street a couple of years later and do another section because its PCI score is much higher. So if you see a road that's in Bolden, it is the entire road. Have Westwood Fifth Avenue
Fifth
twice on
Avenue,
it.
what's wrong with Fifth Avenue?
It's got a lot of cuts on it, a lot of sewer and water cuts on Fifth Avenue. It's got a pretty low score. So we have a plan. If our current budget goes the same way, we have a plan. I know it's a lot. And after 5 years, we need to redo the PCI study, which can be done in-house. We wouldn't have to contract that back out. With AI and the software that we have, we just affix a camera or a tablet to the car and just go. And we can update the PCI study. So after 5 years, you probably want to go and look and see what's going on after that. I've also made a map as well of that, which shows you the different sections of the city that would be getting paved, with the purple being what we would do this upcoming fiscal year. So the plan is you pave in the fall, you stripe in the spring. So all of our paving will be done in the fall and all the striping will come in. We don't want to try to do paving and striping around the same time because you got to let what you just paved settle before you come in and stripe.
Is this a visual that would be available for the public?
Absolutely.
Okay.
This whole, everything can be
It would be really
accessible to
helpful
the
for
public.
folks that are always
Yes.
maybe misinformed or confused about our
Yes.
roads, to be able to look at that and say, okay.
And just something we could throw up onto social media the minute somebody starts that.
So like for us, on our side, and our software that we were provided, we got actual pictures of the road. So like, if you want to know why Westwood Fifth, it gets a PCI score of 33, it has pictures. And you can go in there and see the pictures of the road and why that piece got that score. So you might see like a bad water cut or something like that, and that section gets a 21. You go up another 100 feet, you might see another section, but between those two, it could be, 80, 70, but the two 20s right there bring it down.
I see.
So you said the 70 score, which is that the state average, or is that the standard that
That's-
we should be?
That's the standard that they set,
Okay.
kind of nationwide, and for this area in the southeast, is a 70.
So that's our goal.
Your goal should be 70. If you're achieving a 70, you're meeting the standards that they set, pretty much. So that's what $400,000 to $450,000 a year. You're looking at 5% of your total road network paved, but you're getting 50% of your road striped, which is nice. If you want to look at doubling that, just for funsies, you'd be looking at 3 miles paved every year instead, but you can still get 10 miles striped. You could probably pave the whole city, or not pave, but stripe the whole city in like 3 or 4 years if you wanted to. Striping is not very expensive. And so you would pretty much combine together fiscal years in the future into, 26, 27, 27, 28. So that was something you wanted to do. It's out there. 9% of roads would be paved in 3 years, and you could do 30% plus on your striping. So obviously, you can pave more with more money. But anyway, that's the PCI study. I can send that to everybody, let you guys look at it, put it posted online, whatever needs to happen, so people can get an idea of where it's at.
So your hard job is you're gonna be tempted to pave what helps our score the most and not necessarily what might be needed the most. Is that a fair, is that difficult?
It is, because we want to be an industry standard, but the goal is the ones that score the least is to get them up to where they need to be.
That's where you're gonna get the most points? Okay, so.
We're gonna get the most
kinda works.
efficiency out of it.
I got
So
you.
if we're already at 69,
Yes, correct.
it won't be difficult to achieve.
I don't think it will. I think even after this upcoming year, by targeting the lower roads. So being surgical about it, right? So instead of just saying Durham Street, 50% of Durham Street's bad, but the other 50% is good. So let's spend $200,000 paving the whole street. Let's not do that. Let's spend $100,000, pave that one section that's really bad, and then spend that other $100,000 somewhere else and pave a street that needs it more too. And then you can raise the score that way and be a little more surgical rather than just saying half the street's bad, let's just pave the whole thing. That's pretty much what the PCI study is telling us.
Okay.
Be more surgical with everything.
Don't necessarily break it down into whole streets.
No,
Yeah.
don't.
Makes
Like,
sense, makes a lot of sense.
If Bridge Street is, this side's 20, this side's 50, let's get to 20, let's wait a couple of years, that'll get down, and then let's hit that one, and then you got what you need to get. Eventually, this side's 100, this side's probably 80 to 90, something like that. Yeah. Any other questions? All right.
That would be good to put on the city's website. for sure.
Absolutely. This is, what's good about this is our GIS system. It can be accessed by anybody completely.
Perfect.
All right, time for the fun one now. The transfer station. Anybody here visited our transfer station before? You have? Oh, this is easy for you guys then. This ain't nothing. Our transfer station. All right, what is a transfer station? For those that haven't visited and may not know, it's a place for us to take our garbage, city garbage, compact it into a trailer such as that, and haul it off to a landfill. It's kind of a stopping point for our garbage before it gets to its final destination of a landfill, is all that it is. All right, I got two numbers right here. Who produces more trash, the city or the county? All right, I got two numbers. I'm not going to go in there, but one's the city, one's the county. If you think the 10,000 is the city, you're wrong. It's the county. We produce more. We produce 12,000 tons a year, and the county produces 10,000. Now, I bet you're asking yourself, why? How do we produce more trash than the county does? Well, that's because they recycle. They recycle about 2,000 tons a year. So that's how they're able to divert that from the landfill and make some money off of it. Otherwise, they'd be right there with us at 12,000. We'd be the same. So, as you guys already know, we went out to bid on pricing for our garbage. CWS price currently is $55.89 a ton, and we pay almost $700,000 to dispose of our trash. By going to Waste Management at $45 a ton, you'll see we're saving almost $130,000 a year. By switching, the only caveat is we have to haul it to White County. And after gas, maintenance, and everything related to that, we come down to about $100,000 a year that we'll save, starting year one. So we presently will be bringing in $200,000 and then an additional $100,000 after we make the switch for a $300,000 increase in our budget year in and year out. Now, 2 ejector trailers will need to be purchased to continue that, but also to look to the future and have a vision of the transfer station. By investing in 2 ejector trailers at $109,000 each, which are currently in our budget this year in capital, we'll be able to expand as years go down, accept more garbage, create more revenue at the transfer station, becomes more business-like out there. And invest in a lot of recycling and environmentally friendly activities out there. One such is an air burner. Anybody heard of an air burner before?
No.
Well, just so you know, we spend $100,000 a year on a company to come up here and chip our wood and haul it off. We invest in an air burner, which I have a nice YouTube video, just so we all know what it is. And I'm trying not to make it so loud. So you can see the green thing is the air burner, and up there is just a pile of brush burning. You'll notice one isn't producing any smoke. The air pollution is minimal. The waste that you get from chipping, it still exists. Whereas with this and the burning of the brush, we're able to recycle that material and we can give it out to the public for landscaping and gardening and things like that. So we'll be able to take in more brush. That means more citizens can come in and bring their brush. Private people, private companies can bring their brush to us. And government entities can do the same thing if they so chose to. So that would be an opportunity for us. Nashville, hit with the ice storm and having all that brush that they can't dispose of, we have an ability to do that. We get hit with an ice storm, we can take the brush and we can burn it. There are some parameters. It can't be super windy and it can't be raining. But if it's cold outside, you can still burn that brush and produce minimal amount of pollution.
What is it, how's it work?
And how much does it cost?
The burner is a little over $100,000, which if you think about it, if we're paying someone $100,000 every single year to come dispose of it, what's a $100,000 investment? To do it ourselves and to potentially get revenue from it and create tipping fees that people have to pay to dispose of the brush. For me, I think we can grow it and create revenue off of it and not lose $100,000 every year for Big Woody's Tree Service to come in here.
There's also a grant available for it. We're gonna try to apply for that this
Yep.
October, so.
So I think that's a great opportunity for us to dispose of our brush cleanly and effectively in
So
the city.
how bad is burning brush?
It's not great.
Really?
Yeah.
No,
I didn't realize it
it's
was.
not great. But using this air burner, it's so hot that the smoke, it just vaporizes the brush. And that's why you don't see a lot of smoke. And that's why it's more environmentally friendly than chipping it or just burning it.
So what fuels it?
It's electric.
Yes. There'll be an electric run to it, 3-phase motor, which runs a turbine inside of it, and it blows through tubes on the side that shoot down at a 45-degree angle. And I believe they said it burns at 1,800 degrees, so it's so hot it's smokeless.
Right.
And then about every other week, you'll pull the char out. They call it biochar, which landscapers and people who are in the tree industry really love that because it's so nutrient dense. You'll actually can revive a tree if you excavate around it and then add those nutrients into it. So it's a very good product, end product.
We visited Franklin, who's had theirs for numerous years, and it's something that they love. And if you go to Franklin, their transfer station and their air current burner is right in the middle of like downtown. And they don't get complaints about their burner. They don't get complaints about smoke. So for us, it seems like a very much win-win. We save money with the potential to make money, really. So that's one thing we want to purchase, not this fiscal year, next fiscal year, or this coming fiscal year, the one after that. So whatever our goals, number one goal of this transfer station, of opening it up, going to waste management, is to prolong a rate increase. That's the goal, is to wait as long as possible to have any kind of rate increase on our garbage services. So under our current system with CWS, if we were to continue with them, we are projecting 3 to 4 years, we'd probably have a rate increase. With this and with waste management, we're thinking double that at least before anything should even be considered out there, any kind of rate increase whatsoever. And, you start bringing in more trash, you start, bringing in more brush, you start the recycling program to help generate more revenue in there, that's gonna prolong it even more. If you create a tipping fee out there, rather than pass it on to the citizens of the garbage rate, you do it at the tipping fee. So these private businesses coming in here that want to tip and bring us their garbage, you raise that rate a little bit, and that helps you prolong it as well. Things like that help it from passing along to our citizens.
So how does back on the 12,000 tons versus 10,000 tons.
Yes.
I mean, rough numbers, there's 40,000 people in the county, 15 in the city, so that means 25,000 people are still making less garbage than 15,000 people. I wonder why that is.
It's our businesses.
Oh, the commercial stuff.
Commercial,
All the businesses are in town.
Restaurants,
Right, okay,
Walmart,
okay.
places like that.
That makes
People have
sense.
a lot of waste.
Yeah.
That's where we make it up all of.
Right.
Is the businesses here, yeah. We went over recycling and disposal of brush more efficiently and effectively, creating a recycling program. I think we can start doing roll-offs out there in the near future, in the next year or two, where people can bring their glass or cans out the transfer station.
Will we ever be recycling plastic?
Plastic?
I get a lot of people ask me why we don't have the ability to recycle plastic.
Waste Management is one of the biggest recyclers and garbage companies in the whole United States. They have expressed interest in helping us create a recycling program.
Okay.
And long-term, curbside recycling is something we want to see. Long-term, that's what we want to have for the city out here. And this is one of our first steps, is opening a transfer station, creating the revenue, creating the ability to create that for our citizens.
My kids have that in Murfreesboro, a separate can
Yeah.
for all their recycling.
Normally, it's a single stream. If they throw all their recyclables in there.
All of it.
Yeah, so they'll throw them all in there, and then when they get to the transfer station, they'll sort through it all and throw it in different bins and stuff like that. So it's a single stream. It's normally what cities have and start with, typically.
I hope we can do that.
I do too. And I think we're on our first step.
We've talked about it in years past, and it just always seemed like there was no outlet.
They said it was expensive.
Yeah. And I just wondered how the county has been able to pull it off and,
They're actually getting ready they're building their whole new recycling center, the county is.
Are they?
They're gonna have a new recycling center. I think they've gotten a grant from TDEC on it to expand their recycling operations up there. But I think it's something coming down the line that we're gonna be probably required to do eventually. So we need to go ahead and get on the ball and start being proactive and thinking about it.
I don't recall the company that she represented, but the lady that came and spoke with us not all that long ago, talking about recycling,
Yes.
promoting a recycling program. When I spoke with someone at the county recycling center, they said it's just because we don't know how to do it. People are throwing in so many things in the wrong spots, as far as like the plastic that really can
Yeah.
be recycled. It's too much of a hassle to
It can be.
weed through it all for all the stuff people put in that really doesn't belong.
We talked to some recycling companies in Tennessee. They suggested just putting up kind of a dumpster and just saying, plastic, whatever only type of thing. Just have a location, like maybe at Public Works, some kind of place that people know and where to go, and they can just throw stuff in there. But then they said that people take advantage of it.
Over by the fairgrounds, that's where we
Fairgrounds.
always took our stuff, and they
That's where
had
I go.
about 4 dumpsters full for plastic, and I
They've
still,
moved them.
yeah, they're not there anymore. So,
But
it's a challenge.
it is, but it's a challenge that John and I are willing and wanting to take on and
Good,
do.
very good.
Absolutely. Anyway, I've got a couple of videos we could watch. They're like 30 seconds long, something like that, if you want to see my staff in action at a transfer station.
we do,
Oh, good. That's what I wanted to hear right
Of
there.
course we do.
definitely.
All right,
I
so.
love videos.
So here we go. I'm excited now. Man. Sorry, I had to clip this video and it was irritating to do. See, this is our front load driver, James, backing into our transfer station. This is what it looks like, regularly out there, backing up. There's our hopper where we compact everything. We have 2 hoppers, but currently we're only using 1. Yeah, I love it. It's great. So then, hey, we love talking trash, I'm telling you. It's great. Oh no, come on, video. Al opens the back gate and it just piles into that hopper. And we have the press will come out, it all falls in, and it will go right into our compactor trailer, which is right there, the one on the right. our compaction trailer. So it all compacts in there, and when we get to the landfill to dispose of it, there's a ejector in it, and it'll just push it all out to the landfill. It's quite fun, actually.
Where's it going?
White County.
White County landfill, so that, but it's the same place where the, well, not CWS, but the other.
CWS, they have a landfill in Ray County, but they're located out in Morrison.
Right.
They have a transfer station. So we're really, instead of taking it to their transfer station to go to a landfill, we take it to our transfer station, and we take it to the landfill, pretty much. Yeah, they go to Ray County, is where CWS goes. Waste Management goes to White County in this area. I don't know of another landfill.
Currently, we're going to CWS, right?
Currently, we are, yes. Currently. No, we've already transitioned to Waste Management.
Oh, we've already changed.
We've already started to change. We do take some to CWS, but we've started the transition to Waste Management, the drive, testing it out, making sure it's what we want to do. But some still goes to CWS, but we've kind of mixed it up
Okay.
right now. Making sure it does work for us instead of just jumping in. Ben? Thoughts? Anything at all?
Looks good to me. I think it's, like you say, it's coming.
It's
Gonna
coming.
be required, thank goodness, so, yeah.
Goodness.
Yeah, all right. Carrie?
A much better system.
I think it will. I think we'll see a lot of savings on our end and be able to invest it in our transfer station, our recycling, and grow and prolong any kind of rate increase in the near future for as long as possible. All right,
Great.
30 minutes, not bad. Pretty excited to get that done.
Thank you.
Hey, no problem.
Can I
Thank
ask
you.
you, the water fountains, they're asking me at the ball fields about the water fountains, are they going to be turned back on?
I don't know, that, we don't manage that anymore.
Oh, who manages that?
Yeah, I would talk to Justin Scott.
Okay.
All right. Good luck, guys. Following that up, good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I've heard of this my whole life,
What?
and I've never had it, seen it in person. Here's what we had today at the house we're working on. Bees came in.
We're adjourned. This committee meeting is adjourned.
I'm sorry, I thought we were.
I did too.
Yeah.
Can't start this.
you had an opportunity, and we blew it.
I told him, point blank, I said, the 90 cents you gave.
It is 4:30. We will start the safety committee. Our first item is a request from the fire department for purchase of some new turnout gear. Chief Marty.
I'm ready.
We have several sets of gear that's expiring this year, 2026. We were going to try to budget for the next budget, but we have a little left over this year. So we're going to try to put a dent in that going into the next budget year. So we've got, I think it's 8 sets that I'm asking for this year. Now we've got, and it's for the second set of gear. And some of them have expired within the last year as well, so. But like I said, it's their second set, it's not their primary set. And I'm targeting the firefighters first, because they're more likely to get to these exposures. And when you wash your gear, when you do it on duty, it's an all-day process and takes a day or two to dry. So that if they don't have this second set of gear, they're exposed to those contaminants, they don't get to clean their gear.
When I was reading over this, I was wondering what that process is for cleaning after it's been contaminated.
Yeah, if it's really bad, we have to send it off, but just your run-of-the-mill structure fire, you get exposed to smoke, we gotta take it all apart, and there's 3 layers to it. And then you gotta wash them, and some of them you gotta wash separately. You can't wash the liners with the outer shell,
Right.
and then you can't put them in a dryer, they gotta air dry. Like the gloves, it's just soap and water, but there's a whole policy on how we gotta wash them, and it's about a 2 to 3 day process to get your gear from the washing machine to back in service. And if they're on duty and catch a fire first thing, they don't have a chance to do that, so they'd have to come in off duty to clean their gear. Or just wear dirty gear, and that's, we're trying our best to protect that.
Nobody wants that.
It's carcinogens.
I make a motion that we send this on to the full board.
I'll second it. I've had a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you, Marty.
Okay.
Our second item is a request from the police department to purchase 50 Glock 45 handguns, 50 optics, 50 flex lights, and 50 holsters. How about
Yes.
that?
Yes.
Okay.
So we'll just call that a weapon system.
There you go.
So 50 new weapon systems. So, yeah, this memo is for the purchase of 50 new weapons systems from GT Distributors. So about every 10 years, we try to cycle out our old weapons for new weapons just based on normal wear and tear. And we'll be at that 10-year mark here in just a few months. This actually comes at a really good time because the purchase of these new weapon systems can be largely funded by the trade of about 230 to 240 confiscated weapons and the trade of our current weapons. So that would bring the original price of over $55,000 down to a little over $16,000 to purchase 50 new weapon systems. So the timing is really good on this. All kind of comes together.
Very good.
That's kind of cool.
Any questions?
I don't think so.
If you, in case this question does come up, if you have the bid sheet in front of you, you'll notice that the quote from GT Distributors is the smallest amount, but the reason we have to go with them is that King's Firearm, which is the biggest amount, is not an authorized Glock dealer. And they only offered to cut us a check, but the bid was for the trade for confiscated weapons for in-store credit for the purchase of new weapons, so we couldn't go with them. Acme Sports was out of Indiana. They can't sell us Glocks here in this area because we're out of their region. I did actually try to contact them and didn't hear anything back. GT Distributors is someone we do regular business with. So,
Very good. So with that being under, we can do that within our committee, right?
I think so.
I make a motion that we purchase the weapon systems for the police department.
I'll second it. I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Thank
Thank you.
you. Is there anything else to come before the safety committee? Speak now or forever hold your peace. We stand adjourned. Thank you, guys.